Hi, I'm Simon Taylor for the ICG, and I'm joined today by Mike Dawson, Group Head of Sales for Let Alliance, and also by Zoe Bywater, Director of Lettings at Belvoir in Bedford. Mike, let me start with you if I may. Hello, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me.
No, not at all. Mike, can you give someone watching the 1 minute intro to what Let Alliance does and what your Vision Plus platform is?
Yes. Let Alliance are a tenant referencing provider. That's what we profess to be. We're proud of that. And we deliver market-leading tenant referencing and then bolt on different products and services that support that customer journey, whether it's the letting agent journey, the landlord journey, tenant journey, from essentially applying for a property until collecting the keys and moving in. And obviously there's that consistent cycle and that consistent need of support from our side. Okay,
excellent. Thank you for that. Zoe, hello there. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Zoe, being open and honest for our audience, you're a good client of Let Alliance. You've been with them for 6 years, but it's fair to say it hasn't always been plain sailing. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be brutally honest. The way I view working with suppliers is it is a little bit like a marriage. There's going to be good things, there's going to be bad things. And as long as you can work through the bad things and come out the other side in a positive way, then I have no problem with that. And, you know, there have been a little sort of few bumps in the road, but to be honest, I wouldn't be sitting here today if, you know, I wasn't satisfied with the outcome of, you know, those issues that we've had with Let Alliance.
Okay, so tell us a bit, if you would, about what Let Alliance does for you. I mean, what value does it add? How does it help your team most on a daily basis?
I mean, initially, they've always been pretty good in terms of the products that they supply. So we've always used them for referencing. And we found, you know, with the changes in legislation and the different things that you have to do now with right to rent checks, etc., they've always given a good service in respect of that. They've also been, over the sort of last 2 years, absolutely awesome with their rent guarantee product, which has really helped us out of a real, you know, pickle with the COVID situation. I mean, there's so many different facets to Let Alliance. We could talk for hours about the nil deposit, you know, deposit replacement, utility switching and everything else. But what it does for me is it makes my office more efficient because I have everything in one place. I'm not dipping in and out of various portals, and quite quickly I can see where we are in the process of, you know, start to finish of a tenancy journey.
Okay, that's interesting because you're an early adopter of tech, aren't you? You like to trial lots of different services. So clearly the single one-stop solution is a big thing, is it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, to be honest, I've used other products and I've always known that sort of Vision Plus was on its way. And I've probably been one of the biggest mitherers about trying to, you know, get my hands on it to have a play with it. To be honest, I've been using it for a few weeks, maybe even over a month now. And I'm really, really happy with it. It's very easy to use, like I say, very user-friendly. The staff love it. And it's free. So, you know, for me, from a business point of view, that's a benefit. And everything, like I say, is in one place now.
Okay, and I think that, Simon, if I could just bolt in a little bit there, that's something that for us, Vision Plus is a key platform for is providing slick, free, efficient, streamlined processes to enable our customers to grow. It's all about partnership. We work in partnership. We push on the importance of and driving in-house in our business the importance of that customer journey. And if we can help support ensuring that there's less double data entry, there's less of a tedious process, whether it's for the letting agent or for the letting agent's customers, and we can utilize the technology and the processes that we've built within Vision Plus and will continue to build in to support that end-to-end journey, then that for us is a winner. And then it's fitting the products and services that we are renowned for. We are experts in tenant referencing, the insurance services, media, nil deposit. And if we can fit all of that into that journey, from applying for a property until collecting the keys, we've won. And that's where we want to get to. And this pre-tenancy journey that we've brought into it, tenancy agreement signing, collection of the holding deposit, all of that type of things is just the start of that journey. We're going to ramp that up continuously throughout 2022 and beyond, and it's about consistently building on that to support the growth within our customers.
I know from a consumer point of view, I mean, interestingly, yesterday, because I had a member of staff off sick, I had to deal with something, and we used Vision, and it was literally click, 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 and references were on the way. Holding deposit came in pretty much immediately. It was so quick and easy that, I was even surprised. I thought, oh, blimey, this has gone off, no problem. The compliance side of things, tick that box, because they've had all the how to rent guide and everything else. And that was literally within a couple of hours in an afternoon. Didn't take that long, but it was like a few clicks, done. And now we're just on references. So it's all good for me because it saves a load of time.
So you're probably partly answering my next question, actually, but you said a few moments ago that you have tried other technologies, you've used other stuff. So what made you choose Let Alliance, or perhaps why do you stay with them, which I guess you're giving us clues to, but you've looked at alternatives, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's several things. I mean, obviously being part of a franchise network, that we have to use recommended suppliers. But one of the things I would say is if I wasn't happy with Let Alliance and I was using them, if you like, under sufferance, I would not recommend Let Alliance to anybody else, but I do. Frequently I do. If you look around on social media, I'm forever, saying speak to Let Alliance, I wouldn't do that. I'm quite honest and open, as most people out there in the industry know. The cost implication there, I'm not paying to use the platform. I make money on the back of the insurance products, the nil deposit products. And just in terms of the compliance side as well, I've already said, all that is really helpful and useful. And like I say, it's really easy to use. If you look at the platform, it's a lot more visual. You can see exactly what's going on. There's so many different facets, if you like. I could talk probably an hour just about why it's a better product. Than, what I've tried, and I've tried other things. I say I like to try things early, and I will stop using something if I'm not happy with it. Sure. And you're not tied in, and that's the other thing. They don't tie you in. Some of these suppliers tie you in for a year, and you're stuck with them for a year, happy or not.
No, that's really important. Just expand on what you said a moment ago about, I think a couple of moments ago you mentioned elements being free, and a moment ago you also mentioned cost. Just expand a little bit on how you feel about what Let Alliance charges and what it costs you and what you make.
They don't charge me anything. Any cost implications are for the referencing, for the deposit products, for the rent guarantee products, and obviously things like rent guarantee. You charge your client, your landlord, whatever you decide is appropriate. We have to pay for the product, but there's a markup there from a business point of view, and you as the business owner can make that decision to how much you charge. And our landlords are accepting of what it's costing them, because they want that peace of mind that if anything does go wrong, it's sorted. And one of the other things that Let Alliance do, that I don't think there's any excess on their rent guarantee product, which a lot do charge an excess, which is already saving the landlord some money as well, because they're not having to find that first month's rent.
Brilliant. Listen,
and pushing on the partnership side, Simon. Pushing on the partnership side, we will cover a letting agent's full portfolio. Obviously, Zoe is a business owner of Belvoir Bedford, and we work with the Belvoir group. We cover tens of thousands of policies, and Belvoir Group are a key part of that. And we will continue to grow our book even in these challenging times. The cost of living's increased massively. The risk of tenants' inability to pay rent has gone up massively, and we are continuing to push our rent guarantee product, not just for new, but for existing tenancies as well. And that's something that is a real driver for us in our message to try and help and support growth. It's a massive opportunity to support your customers, but at the same time to generate income for the business as well.
Fantastic. Thank you. Well, thank you so much to both of you, to Zoe and to Mike. And thank you to those of you watching the video. If you have more questions about Let Alliance, don't hesitate to get in touch directly to find out more. Thank you very much for watching.